Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
Okay, my name is Jason Gillard. I'm the owner of Mercury Fitness, the #1 bootcamp on the island. It's official, we won it. So yeah, I run an outdoor fitness bootcamp in Lisbon, Bangor, and Belfast. I always get told off how I say Bangor. But yeah, so I run an outdoor fitness business that helps people transform their shape, body, and mindset.
Brilliant. And how long have you been doing that for, Jason?
So about 5 years ago. Yeah, I started about 5 years ago.
All right. And whenever you were growing up, is this what you envisaged doing?
No, in a way. My history is I'm an ex-soldier. I know that can be a bit contentious here. I grew up, always wanted to be a soldier. My ma is from Nishanka. My dad's English. Always grew up wanting to be a soldier, but I loved playing sport. And then I joined the army, and the army just excelled everything because they love competitiveness, sport. You get rewarded for being active. I become a fitness instructor in the army, and then my love of instructing, training, helping started to grow. And then when I left the army, because I met a local beauty and got out and married her, I then decided what did I want to do, and I looked at Belfast and saw an opportunity because outdoor training is not very big in Northern Ireland, but it is big in the mainland and the Republic of Ireland. So I then saw, right, well, I've got an opportunity to do something I love doing, which is helping people, training at the same time, keeping shape while helping others. Perfect. So yeah, the dream started off a different way, but then evolved into this.
Okay, and tell me, who's your ideal customer, Jason?
That my ideal customer is someone who has money. No, I'm joking. my ideal customer is someone who is struggling to get out of a rut. So predominantly my clients would be 30 plus realistically. Okay. But it will take anyone, but predominantly people who have been struggling with a weight loss, struggling with motivation, and are sick of training in gyms or not, because there's that aura of people think it's a toxic environment, which it isn't. But when people build it up in their head, there's no way getting out of it. Going to somewhere that's quite scary, they'll stay away from it, and they'll then not get fit because of their fear of being in a gym and being judged when they're not being judged whatsoever. So someone who wants to train outside and with a community. So that's my kind of ideal person, really.
All right, fantastic. And of all the actions that you've taken because of the pandemic, what are some that will remain part of your business?
Sorry, say again. Sorry.
Of the actions that you've taken as a result of the pandemic or during the pandemic, is there anything that will remain as part of your business?
Yes. So I suppose you've been forced into changes that potentially wouldn't have done, but have actually been a positive step. So what I have kept on now is my consultations now are not in person. So I've learned actually Zoom has been great from that. So I do an onboarding consultation because I explain how I get my results, what's going to take for you. And because I've got 3 locations around, obviously from Lisbon to Bangor, they would have originally had to drive to me. Well, now we can do it virtually, a bit like ourselves now. Okay. And I really learned that was a great tool for people to comfort for them. Also, because we had to go completely onto online, couldn't do anything in person, no training, no meeting was allowed. We then have now moved on, and I've got an online training program which I never had before. So I've now got all content, so people could actually do the program in England and follow my program where they get all the online content, which I never would have done before. So that has been a great asset, I'd say, the online support that I can now give my clients that I always thought had to be in person.
Oh, fantastic. And what would you say is the biggest learning since you've been a business owner?
Oh, failure. Okay. 100%. The amount of failures I've had, nearly giving up, because I was going out to train one person, and it's meant to be a group boot camp, for £5, coming home and going, what am I doing? This is not what so constant failure, having the constant idea. What I did learn was I was trying to make quick, fast growth decisions that ultimately didn't get me anything. So I was making a decision going, well, if I do that, I'll get quick cash to support. And actually, because I was doing that, that's why they doomed and never failed, because there was no medium to long-term programs or planning. And I was always doing those rush. And until I put that structure, but you don't know that until you do it. And also working with people that you find don't have your best interests at heart. Those big did learning. A few people in the industry, won't name their names on this. They're quite well known in Northern Ireland. Working and making mistakes and going, right, I learned from that, got burnt. The big dog, there's a reason why he's the big dog. I've learned from that. So yeah, all my failures is what has really moved me on and going, right, okay, that. And what as a business, I was my worst version of a client. I was doing everything a client who fails in my industry, I was doing as a business, not being accountable, not having a structure, not being invested. That is big learning curves I've learned since doing a business, and now still make mistakes. Who doesn't? But having that more structure, now I'm a bit more well-known as well. That does help. Giving yourself, a time to grow. But yeah, learning curves through failure.
All right, that's really interesting. Really interesting that your biggest learnings come from failure, and it's something that quite often crops up in conversation. So, what would you say is the most inspiring to you today? What inspires you the most today?
Do you know what? What inspires me the most, I would say, is helping people, and that generally is, of course, I'm in here to make it money. Who doesn't want to be filthy rich? All right, but I get to, perfect example. I've got a girl in my boot camp who 23 years old, is 4'10", and she weighed 330 pounds in weight. She was seeing a psychiatrist because that is debilitating. She couldn't run, she couldn't do nothing, and she came to us, and I put her at ease, got her to trust me, because that's the key. Because I'm going to ask her to do things she's not wanting to do. The girl now has lost 130 pounds since August. She's now in a relationship. She can jog. She can come to class. She can do things she didn't think. Whole new wardrobe. She now doesn't see the psychologist because that was, the effects of being overweight. She is mentally as well as physically in such an amazing place. And when that person messages me once a month to show me a progress photo to say, Jay, this is changing my life, I get the joy of charging people to give myself enjoyment. That's a pretty good job, but to go those messages and to have that is great, and I get to be enthusiastic in my job. I like it. I get to run out and take people fitness. I love shouting and putting them in pain. All right. Okay. And then they go, Jay, here's some money for putting me in pain. Right. That helping people who generally struggle to break the shackles of their weight loss or mental health or barriers in training. So, that's what I'd say inspires me is my clients.
Superb. And if it were possible, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self? If you could go back 2 or 3 years, say.
2 or 3 years. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, 2 or 3 years, a couple of decades. What would I tell myself? One, don't get near your first wife. Right. Okay. No, that is a genuine one. Right. Okay. First I would say, is plan for a future and don't leave it last minute. That would be a massive one. Save up some money. Because if I had saved money up when I did this and had a larger pot and then been more sensible, I could even be further ahead than what I am now, if I'm honest. But definitely still do the same path I did. I wouldn't ever change joining what I did, the army, and it made me a lot of who or what I am and why I'm different, and my ability to present, construct, stuff like that. And it got me to Northern Ireland. So I can never fault it for that. but yeah, honestly, plan a bit further ahead. Don't be so quick to jump in, because I'm very much a jumper than a thinker. But yeah, that would be it. I've no regrets. I've got to see the world, got to love, got to break my heart. But definitely save and plan, and don't jump ahead.
Fantastic. And are there any offers that you would like us to include in the newsletter? Anything from Mercury or yourself you'd want us to include in the newsletter?
Yes. Okay. So I am attempting to break a world record. Okay. I don't know if you've seen this. It's the Guinness World Record for the world's largest circuit class. And I'm doing this on the 21st of August at Stormont Pavilion, all in name of MenCap. Okay. My youngest daughter, I've got 4 daughters. My youngest daughter was born with Down syndrome. So I would love to give MenCap back, because she's in the nursery at the minute. She's coming up 4. They have been so valuable in helping her development. So I am attempting the Guinness World Record, and then all the proceeds will go to MenCap. Okay. So I do have it on my website. I do need over 2,000 people. So I need loads and loads of people. You do not have to be fit. That is not accepted. I've managed to bring as well the top instructors of Belfast, Northern Ireland, to come on board to help to facilitate this and instruct it, because it's like around robin. But you do not have to be fit. It's all about fun, participation, and raising money. Tickets to book are on my website. That is what I'd really love, if you could, to promote, because I'd love to get Northern Ireland on the map for something positive, something fitness related, and hopefully maybe get a load of people to come, enjoy, and go, do you know what? I might start exercising a bit more, as well as helping an amazing charity in Northern Ireland. Okay. So that's, if you could, and that would be amazing, to spread the word of that.